he loses 2 out of 3.
Right, and as a coach, you don't want to make too big a thing of that, because what happens if what just happened? You don't score first.
Reed's kick fielded by Maurice Jones-Drew out past the 40, and a great run back as he's inside the Pittsburgh 40. Great moves inside the 20-yard line. Jones-Drew will be taken down at about the 1.5. Anthony Madison, for the moment, saves the touchdown, and so David Garrard will come out after a 96-yard run back by Jones-Drew, who is the alternate running back. He and Fred Taylor share time out of the backfield.
Tell you what a player he is. I mean, it's not a lot of moves here. He just saw a little crack there, and it was a wedge middle, and he just took it straight up the middle. Then he got into that third level before he started to make his moves.
College at UCLA, an average 26 yards a run back this year, and then they give it to Fred Taylor, and Taylor is not yet in, and now they signal he is. The line judge comes in and says Fred Taylor has just scored.
That's the old 1-2 punch. Jones-Drew and then Fred Taylor in any order. And I just took it back, but I'm sorry. I give it up again.
The immaculate deflection, 2nd down and 11 from the 49-yard line. And that's intercepted by Rasheem Mathis. And he's into Pittsburgh territory, inside the 30 with a convoy. And all the way where the flag is down, back at the 45-yard line of the Jaguars. Intended for Santonio Holmes. Intercepted by Mathis. For the moment, a touchdown. We'll see about Scott Green's call.
They were just talking about Rasheem Mathis, the best of the Jaguar corners, playing man-to-man or covering Santonio Holmes. And you know, last time Ben Roethlisberger stayed away from Santonio Holmes because of that.
Jacksonville and in postseason, 2nd down and 15. Then going deep into double coverage, and that's going to be picked off again, and that is Mathis at the 46-yard line. And they are going to say he stayed in bounds, and he's able to run it back all the way down to about the 20. So Roethlisberger again picked off twice last year in the regular season game by Mathis, and now picked off twice tonight.
Yeah, we were talking about Grady Jackson in that first couple steps, and he still gets a push. Watch, he's a guy that slips through right there. How at 345 you slip through anything, I have no idea. But he was the guy that flushed Ben Roethlisberger to the outside. And you see, here's Mathis. He's playing a zone here. He has Holmes in front of him, and then when he goes short, he just keeps going back and back and back. And then it's to Najee Davenport, and he picks it off. It has to be Fred Taylor.
Taylor picked in the first round out of Florida back in '98. Now Garrard throws him. That's caught by Jones-Drew. He's inside the 20, inside the 10, and Jones-Drew in for the touchdown. Maurice Jones-Drew, who had that 96-yard run back to take him down to the 1, once Taylor scored on the opening drive, goes 43 yards on a 3rd and 7.
Isn't that something when you have wide receivers, you have tight ends, and then in addition to all that, you have a guy like Jones-Drew that you can just put out, just get the ball in his hands, get it in his hands in the open field, and there's no way that a linebacker has a chance against him. Defensive backs don't.
4th and 2. Can the Jaguars survive? Garrard's going to run for the first down, and a lot more. He is inside the 20. He's down to the 10-yard line. He's tackled by Tyrone Carter, and now they've backed Pittsburgh into a situation where the Steelers are going to have to use their timeouts. The rookie holder is Adam Podlish. Josh Scobie to try to put Jacksonville back on top by 2. Joe Zelinka will do the snapping. And the kick is good. Scobie bangs it through the uprights. You have 37 seconds remaining. Pittsburgh.
As for Marino and Johnson, could they keep it going, or would we have decisions to make tonight on the ride home? And would Mark Brunell, playing with a hobbled knee, be healthy? Jags playing without Tony Baselli. first series, Jacksonville gets the kickoff. Slant to Jimmy Smith. Oh, by the way, the best-kept secret in football, he led everybody with 116 catches this year. He had 136 yards receiving today. 6 plays later on 3rd and 7. Brunell, and look at the time he has, Thomas. He finds Smith, touchdown, 7-0.
Yeah, throwing from inside the red zone, had 4 or 5 seconds to throw the football, find a receiver, too much time given by the Miami Dolphins.
So here comes Dan Marino. First play of the game on offense for the Dolphins. And it's Aaron Beasley. It's Mrs. Beasley. He makes the pick and sets up a Hollis field goal, 10-0 Jacksonville. Beasley continuing his big-time season. Next Dolphins possession on 3rd and 3. Marino. What? Dan 0 for his first 7 passes. With the score still 10-0 later in the first on 2nd and 9. Brunell to Fred Taylor, his own 10. 1 miss. 2 misses. And then Brock Marion, he's the only man that can catch him. But he turns into Maid Marion. And Jimmy Smith ensures it. Look at him come to block. Could go all the way. The longest playoff run ever. Touchdown or any variety. 90 yards. Fred Taylor, 17-0 Jags.
This play is all about the excellence of Fred Taylor. The first miss by Calvin Jackson, then Patrick Surtain coming up. Robert Jones going to come up, have a chance to make the play, and then Brock Marion on the chase. And you see the speed of Fred Taylor once he gets behind the defense.
Wrap him up, says Jimmy. You got to wrap him up. But it was the Jacksonville Jaguars that were wrapping this up before the Dolphins knew what hit him. Hit by Tony Brackens as Marino. It's a fumble. Now this is bizarre. Brackens hasn't been touched. Don't celebrate, run! And then there's Donnelly with a 2-hand touch. Run, says Bryce Pop. Run! Oh, by the way, it's a touchdown. 24-0. But it would get worse. 24-0. Brunell to Fred Taylor. Nice defense, and then when they get somebody to him, nice tackling. 31-0 as Taylor makes mincemeat of the Dolphins, Tom. Is there anybody here? And the 25 for the Jags. Time for little man Stewart, Jimmy Stewart. Wonderful run. 25 yards, 38-0. We've only played 18 minutes. Next Miami possession. Beasley with his second pick of the half. And so Mark Brunell, who was playing wobbly with a 38-point lead, they give him a rest. Take the day off.
4th and goal for Jacksonville. Bohannon in front of Fournette. Fournette goes airborne. He's in. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette launching himself into the end zone. And Jacksonville on the board first.
Down in the game 5 earlier in the year, right over the top. He got right through the tackle of Sean Spence at the goal line, and he breaks the play.
And 11. Roethlisberger from the gun. Fires to the outside. Juggled. Miles Jack. It's an interception for Jacksonville.
Match up with tight ends, and here he shows not only the speed, but the athleticism.
Handoff. Fournette hurdles. Fournette cuts to the outside. Oh, Fournette trying to curl it inside the pylon. He's looking for the touchdown.
Bohannon got the key block here as he kicks out on Sean Davis. The hurdle there, and now Fournette is eyeing the pylon, and he's in.
Pitch it. Bell devoured. Jalen Ramsey leading the charge. It's a loss of 4. A 2nd and 1 for Jacksonville. Back to Fournette. First down run and more. Flag thrown. Fournette finally brought down. New England and Pittsburgh again, not Jacksonville. Roethlisberger, ball pop 3, rolling around, and it's scooped up. The speed of Telvin Smith. Goodbye. Touchdown, Jaguars. Ngakoue knocks it free, and a 50-yard return for Jacksonville with a penalty marker down. Play action. Bortles upstairs, wide open. Tommy Bohannon. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Blake Bortles navigates a drive for the Jaguars.
In the pocket, fires, and that'll be caught for the touchdown. Evan Ingram. Williams has a Super Bowl ring with the Rams last year. 2nd and 5, that's caught.
breaking a tackle, picking up a first down, and a lot more before he is dragged down at the 21-yard line. Ingram again. Flip it out into the flat. First down. First and goal. ETN. So the whole dynamic changes right now. They go from 3 tight ends to spread it out. ETN in the backfield. Lawrence looking under pressure, throws wide open, making the catch. Marvin Jones for the touchdown. 2nd and 5. To the outside, spinning away, picking up the first down, staying in bounds. Marvin Jones, who scored the touchdown. Lawrence protected well. Going deep, has a man open again. Zay Jones for the touchdown. Picked the right time to take that deep shot for Cameron Dicker. And this time, no good. Only a 2nd field goal miss of the season. Cleared up that cut. Back he steps here, under pressure, fires, caught, staying on his feet. First down. Christian Kirk across the 50 to the Charger 47-yard line. Holding up Tranquil's number 49 to the outside. Caught along the sideline, and that moves the sticks as Christian Kirk covered there by Derwin James. 18 yards over the middle. That's caught. That's the big man again. That's Ingram. To the 10-yard line he goes. 2nd and goal now. Lawrence fires into the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! Christian Kirk. So Hasty is the running back. They're going for 2. And Lawrence reaches over and scores. Four minutes to go. Herbert throws, and it is juggled and caught, but stopped well short of the first down. 2nd and 10. Lawrence to throw his 44th pass. Caught and picking up the first down. Christian Kirk. They'll throw. And that is going to be caught at the 50-yard line against good, tight coverage. Kirk covered by Callahan. Now they back away. You got ETN. Going to come up about a yard short.
Get up there, go quick, run it again, get the first down.
3 backs behind him. To the outside, ETN. First down and a ton more, and stays in bounds to the 15-yard line.
What a call.
Very interesting and unique stuff. And this time he gets popped. ETN at the line of scrimmage, that time by Morgan Fox. Meanwhile, Jacksonville can set their sights likely on Kansas City. Here we go for the win. Got it, but there's a flag down. There's a flag down as everybody's running out onto the field, but there's a penalty marker.
Offside. Defense number 26.
And they call it on the defense.
Closer to 6th and 5 for Brunell. Scrambles again. Now he throws. Means got away with a push-off at the 41-yard line, but no flag down as Romanowski was covering.
It did look like Romanowski looking back in the sun, misjudged the ball.
As Brunell operates from the shotgun, and here comes Romanowski. Eludes him and guns complete. It is Willie Jackson for a first down inside the 20.
Brunell does is step aside. Watch this. Here comes Romanowski. Straight up the middle. Watch what Brunell does. Boom. Back to the outside.
I know you want to break down, but I'm sure they're thinking of Paul, but this guy is quick, he's fast, and Romanowski coming straight at him. He can go either way.
I understand. I'm just saying, you've got to break yourself down. Turn it over.
2nd and 3 from the 9. Means again. Steps away from a tackle, and Means will score. Natron. Slips, scrambles, throws downfield. Wide open is Jimmy Smith. And Smith is out of bounds at the Denver 24. That's the kick. A knuckler, and it is good. Jacksonville 13, Denver 12. Repeat that, Paul. A lot of people wouldn't believe that if they're just tuning in.
And you know what? Here's a team Jacksonville will consider, and boy, don't you love it. They're a 14-point underdog.
Now McCardell in motion. Brunell. Throwing long for McCardell. Touchdown. If they call it, was he in bounds? No call yet. They look at each other, the two officials. No signal.
It's a touchdown. Never again.
31 yards on the run. Mark Brunell, what a perfect throw to McCardell. Caught the ball just inches from that baseline. Trying to keep the ball away from Elway. Brunell slips away. What a move. Still on his feet. To the sidelines at the 40. Another block. Brunell 30, 25, and dives at the 21. Oh my, what a...
Again, it's almost the identical play that we saw earlier. They blitzed. They got a lot of people at the line of scrimmage. They talked about we got to keep Mark Brunell in the pocket. Watch the lane he has to run in again. Not good distribution by the front of the Denver Broncos. And then Mark Brunell, with his talent, makes a lot of people miss.
Brunell on the fade. Touchdown to Jimmy Smith. Can't throw it any better.
Can't throw it any better. Can't catch it. But again, what a call. They block everybody. It's basically a one receiver route. They know Denver's got to take a chance. Come up, blitzes to stop it. The perfect call.
Was that the perfect throw? Or what?
Jimmy Smith. Jimmy Smith, 2 years ago, sitting at home, nobody wanted him. 1984. He was out of football, even though he was a second-round draft pick of Dallas in 81, 82. And here he is 2 years later, caught over 80 balls and just makes that incredible catch. Hollis extra point. High snap. He knocks it through. And the Jacksonville Jaguars have quieted this crowd as they have 6 others other than the ones in North Florida with incredible performances. This one is Brunell to Smith.
Well, it's just a good job. Look at the throw, though. He throws it on the line, and Torrey James really does not have time or the speed to catch up and react to the football. Mark Brunell knows it's either going to be a touchdown or it's going to be incomplete. Take no chances, and the ball is thrown to the perfect spot.
And Dick, you know another thing? That was another third down play, and Jimmy Smith on third down leads the National Football League in first downs.
And Mark Brunell on third down is one of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League. The reason why, he can throw the football and he can run with it, really puts defenses in a lot of tough situations.
Painful for Atwater, injured, unable to be there to participate. And what Jacksonville is doing now is putting Elway in a position that even the mighty Elway, to get 2 scores with no timeouts is that's beyond miracle.
Well, it takes a score now, Dick, and recovering an onside kick, which is, you're right, that's asking for a miracle.
Yeah.